Ah, for fuck's sakes. Hi Janie. Congrats on the first. What's up, Doug? How you doing, son? Need the review as promised? I should do a channel point redeem on my channel to give game reviews. So, I'm a little tired, but Dead by Daylight is a 1v4 asymmetric multiplayer killer game. Survivors need to complete generators and open the gates to escape, and the killer simply needs to hunt down the survivors. If you enjoy multiplayer games with friends, cooperative play, it's pretty fun. Some people think it's scary. I don't think it's very scary. But it is very fun to play. The game mechanics and whatnot, there's a satisfaction sense of feeling that you get if you can make the killer give up on chasing you. There's an even more satisfying feeling when you lose the killer because you outran him, which survivors are slower than killers. But survivors can vault windows, survivors can hide. It's not very easy to hide, but you can hide. It's a perk system game, so the game allows you to make different types of builds to play in creative different ways. As for build variety, there's a bit of variety, but unfortunately that's part of the grind aspect of the game, which requires you to spend a lot of time grinding the game if you don't want to spend any money. I think the microtransactions in the game and the fact that survivors and killers are locked behind paywalls makes the game pay to win. Actually, this is not a think. The game is pay to win. There's no arguing that. It's definitely pay to play and pay to win. But it's a fun game. I think the endeavor of playing the game completely free and unlocking everything through the game's system would be an extremely time-consuming grind, which is why I don't recommend the game. I don't recommend the game because the monetization schemes in that game are atrocious and extremely predatory. But that being said, if you don't mind playing with limited resources, limited perks, it's very fun to play. And I think a lot of people would enjoy it. It still plays very much like a in-progress kind of game. Like a beta, like a... what do they call them? Early access games. So it was released in early access and it's been fully released, but I think the game needs a lot of work. It still plays like it's in early access. But outside of the really bad HUD options and the menu systems, the core gameplay loop is satisfying. I enjoy playing Killer. I enjoy playing Survivor, not as much, but I play solo Survivor. And I think it would be better if you had friends who are reliable that you could rely on. If you had a full group of friends and you could actually work together successfully and have fun, then it would definitely be worth it. But I mainly play Killer. Killer variety is limited. Like I said, a lot of the killers are locked behind paywalls. Not every character in the game is earnable through free means. Licensed characters are always paid, like Ghostface, Michael Myers, Any real life story characters brought into the game are pretty much cash only. So there's that. But like I said, if you can get past all that, if you don't mind not having access to... God, look at that face. It takes up the whole fucking door. It's definitely fun to play. Freddy Fazbear? The fuck is that? And what the fuck is FNAF? Speak normal. You guys are a bunch of fucking children. It's not that you're on a keyboard. Type out your fucking words. You act like you're fucking texting on a 2000, literally fucking 2000 phone. You guys have fucking swipe and shit. There's zero reason for you to be typing out letters to speak a fucking sentence. Stop doing that. I know what Five Nights at Freddy's is, but fucking type it out. You lazy fucks? What do you mean? No, fuck you guys.
Described. Fire team, we're here. It's quiet. Feels like a tomb. Stagnant. And there, at the center, the place where the witness was.
What do you mean? I don't know his fucking name.
But stay vigilant.
Especially because of the fact that he is not in the game, and so when you say doesn't DBD have Freddy Fazbear, like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Ikora, Crow, we're under attack.
Ooh.
Ikora, hello? Come in.
We've got enemies incoming too. We're trying to get to you as fast as we can.
She says she's weak.
The fuck did I just hit?
The shield can protect us. Subjugator down. Sword. Grab it, Guardian. The Traveler's not free yet, but it's still trying to help us. We've got our opening into the darkness.
We're still fighting our way through. Don't wait for us.
I need a new chair. This one hurts my back.
Here we go.
In darkness, we saw ourselves. Simultaneously victims and perpetrators. Condemned to fade in light, as all things do. And so we reshaped ourselves to become this purpose the universe lacked. We lost ourselves there. Destroy us.
Something's happening to the air here, Guardian. Be careful. Another subjugator.
We're just outside the ritual site, but keep at it. We'll hold the line and keep everything we can from spilling in.
Vanguard, we figured it out. What was made in darkness can be unmade in darkness. In darkness, the statues are still part of the Witness. Destroying them will destroy the Witness.
Ghost, you two need to get back in there.
If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out.
Guardian, that sword.
Yo, what's up, baby bat? How you doing? Thank you for the hydrate. Sorry, I'm in like pure concentration mode while I'm trying to get this stupid thing done.
In memory, we remain. But in light, we are freed. The light will tear us. The light will rend mind from mind, split what has become the vile one into the repentant many. Destroy us.
Whatever you're doing, it's working.
Guardian, you must return to the dark.
Return to the dark.
Your gardener cannot help you
Let me do it.
while imprisoned. Free it. It will take all you have and more to unmake that which has been made in the darkness. Destroy us.
We cut you out!
Guardian. We're hurt.
Get out of there, now!
The witness is regrouping, but we'll keep it off you.
Cora,
Be brave.
keep going. Keep going, Guardian.
I've got a lock on your position.
Mara.
Hold on, I'm bringing you up.
That was a lot easier than it was last night. Was that really legendary? Or was I really that tired last night? Yeah, I was super focused. Well, I mean, if you were here last night, Baby Bat, you'd understand. You can ask Janie about it. Although Janie's a troll. You are a troll. Yeah, there was a second part. We did the second part. I'll freaking throw the potato at you.
You would understand. It's wounded. But you choose entropy.
We need to go.
Keep moving!
Wait, where am I? I'm so thirsty. I'm guessing we were already pulled out. That's why we're not in the cutscene. That's what happened, right? When we got to the end with the shield, we got pulled out. That makes sense. Yeah, I did this once before, but I did it with friends, and so I don't remember a lot of it because when you play with friends who have already played through it, you have to play through quickly and kind of rush through because they're impatient and they'll go ahead of you and they'll ruin everything for you. So I didn't get to like casually
not yet
play the
lost.
game.
The witness may have won this battle, but it is wounded. And while you've been occupied here, within the Traveler's heart, I've brought our allies to help you land the final blow. The full might of Keitel's empire stands behind us in this endeavor. Mizrax Kel rallies his House of Light to save their great machine. And I have found a guardian of great renown, Micah 10, who comes to us with bold ideas. If you intend to subdue the Witness, we must first fight its corruption and weaken its hold on the Traveler. You will grow in strength, in power, and when the reckoning is at last upon us, you will storm the Witness's monolith and strike where it is most vulnerable. You will shatter its
Hello?
hold on the Traveler,
Hello?
and you will end it.
You guys always gotta cut the dialogue for, huh? What's up, Jigga? You needy bastard. Yeah, so I did that fight with 3 people, and then one of them left because it was getting late. And so 2 of us finished the fight. So I did that. I was doing that fight last night, and it was I kept dying to the stupidest things. But then we play it, and not only that, but the Witness was glitched out half the time, and the Witness would attack without the audio cues. So like I would peek and get hit in one shot, or I would look, and when he pulls up the shards, it makes like a shing noise, and then they fly at you. I would get hit with the shing noise. So like it was super freaking buggy last night. And it's pissing me off. And I was dying to the dumbest shit. It's really pissing me off. So what do we got here? These item rolls are garbage anyways. What is this? Activating Ascension or Tempest Strike throws bouncing explosives at nearby targets that jolt and damage them. Jolting nearby targets grants you damage resistance. What is Ascension? I don't know what these things are.
Guys, I will literally suck your dick, daddy.
I'm not sure what Tempest Strike is either. Janie, thank you for the daily D, and yes, I am your daddy. Your Threaded Spectre has increased duration and durability, and damaging it releases additional threadlings. While near your Threaded Spectre, you do not appear on radar. Okay, so this is a PvP thing. Now, these are ugly. These are awful. Those are not that bad. I like how these are brand new exotics and they already have an ornament. It's kind of fucked. Yeah, I don't know. I'll get the chest piece, I guess. Well, what are my... Yeah, we'll get the chest piece. That'll bring us up 1 point.
We know how to defeat the Witness. I didn't think I'd ever be able to say those words.
The entire time he felt like a
Use
mindless
your affinity
puppy.
with darkness to navigate it and seek out the Witness where it's most vulnerable. And we'll channel the Traveler's light to destroy it from within. But first, we have to loosen the Witness's hold on the Traveler. We aren't strong enough without its full power behind us. Our allies are here now. They'll help us ready ourselves to strike against the Witness and sever its connection to the Traveler. This is it, Guardian. I know I'm in rough shape, but I'm not afraid. This is what I was made for. Whatever it takes.
You like how Dave says daddy? True. Oh, what the fuck is that? What do you mean abandoned quest? I didn't abandon it. You abandoned me. So I haven't gotten half the weapons in here. I haven't gotten any of the armor. This is all 1987 though. Bollocks. Alright, well we don't need 1960 gear, so we're just gonna delete all this shit, because we're way past that. We're way past that. We're already at the cap, baby. This is new. I don't know what this is. Cryptarchian's Facade. Gain Woven Mail when activating Grapple. Increase flinch resistance when Woven Mail is active. This seems like PvP shit too. I don't care about PvP stuff at all. Not to mention that's a shitty roll. Like these I would delete. I honestly don't need them. I think deleting them would be fine. I'm a fashion diva. Why, do you like my fashion? Do you think I look good? This is the flavor of the week. We're using Dead Orbit Resurrection, Gambit Chrome, and Abyssian Gold. It makes it so our mask is invisible. I can see it on my monitor because my monitor's it's got the gaming bullshit where like darker areas are not as dark, but you guys can't see my face. Look better than wearing nothing at all. This is true. This is actually true. The thing with Destiny fashion is you're limited to your fashion based off of your exotic, because you cannot fashion exotics, not the way you can everything else. So what do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. This armor is not this armor. This armor by default is some random ass whatever the fuck it was, but it has a good stat roll. So because it has a good stat roll, I keep the armor, right? So if you look at this, it's got a high mobility, high resilience, high discipline. This is perfect. It's got a minimum roll in recovery, intellect, and strength. So this is a god roll, pretty much. Stat wise, it's a 66, I think, because you get 12 and then plus 10, right? Because I'm using a stat booster. So it's a 66. Anything over 65, anything 65 and over is a good roll. I think the highest you can get is a 68. So 66 with a perfect stat distribution is a god roll. Like, this is perfect armor. So because it's perfect armor, I use it on a lot of my builds that don't require an exotic chest piece. And it looks really good. But that being said, Gyre Falcons, right? This is an exotic that I use specifically for my build that allows me to go invisible every time I kill somebody with volatile rounds. And it allows me invisibility when I finish someone. And it gives me volatile rounds every time I drop out of invisibility. So it's like an infinite loop of invisibility and volatile rounds. It's a very good exotic. Makes this entire build. But I have to build my glamour around this exotic because I don't have access to all the different armor looks. I can only make it look like itself or this, and I have to pay for this too with real money, and I don't want to pay for that. So like, it looks like this normally, but I have a shader on it. So you can make it shade to whatever you want. You can use whatever shader you want. But I'm limited to the armor like style. So I have to find bits and pieces of other armors that fit well with that look. And I thought this went really well together. Which is funny because the cloak itself is actually a cloak of the Taken King. And it doesn't need an ornament because I'm using the actual cloak without glamour. And then you can apply like a shader across the entire thing and see what like a single shader would look with the entire setup. But if you look like, right, Abyssian Gold, like let's find, I don't know where Abyssian Gold is anymore. I have no idea what page it's on. Like, certain shaders don't actually work well across every armor. So that's why I've got a mixture of a bunch of different shaders going on here. I probably passed it. I definitely passed it. Fuck, I don't even know what it... They changed the shader look. Like, there's Gambit Chrome. That doesn't look bad, but the face mask doesn't match. Bloody Tooth, that one's not bad, but the cloak is very, very, like, standing out on this. I don't like how it stands out. I don't know why they had to do this. Again, the cloak stands out a lot on a lot of different ones. And if you want the cloak black, right, I gotta use a very specific shader for that. Where the fuck is it? Jacarina? That's usually pretty dark, but you can see it's got a bunch of white highlights. Oh, here's another one that's black and red, but again, the cloak is white. So we can't use that. Butterbark. You can see the cloak doesn't shade very well with a lot of these shaders. Like it's very bright on most of the shaders. So if you want like an actual realistic, like full-on dark look, you have to really look. There's Abyssian Gold. So look, right, Abyssian Gold is typically very dark on most armor parts, but on this one specifically, the leather parts are gold instead of black. So it works really well for the face mask because it's fully cloth, but it doesn't work well for the cloak, doesn't work well for Gyre Falcon's gloves and boots. So you really gotta like look and see what works well independently. Like look around and see what other pieces of armor shade differently with different shaders. But I spent a lot of time doing this. This is like the end game. This is the fashion. But I think it looks good overall. This is only one of my get-ups. I think my other look, I don't know if I've actually applied it. Probably the stasis one. Oh, this one was cool. So this one here is a solar build. So I went with more of a red theme. But I use the skull because this is the exotic and you can't change the bones for the exotic. I don't think I have any, yeah. Oh, both of these would actually look really fucking good. Because the way that they shade with the shader. It's too bad. Then we've got, this guy here. Using arc capabilities, so we got arc armor that kind of has like arc coming off of it. We used a cloak that we lit up with arc colors that has like the constellation going on. And we did that because I think it matches well with the exotic. We got all sorts of shit. Ooh, this one here for Nightfalls. This one's a sick build. This one here uses the Omni Oculus. I don't have the Omni Oculus version that I want because they don't sell it. Oh, they sell it now. I might have to buy this. I might actually buy this because this is the one that was. This is the only one that was available for the longest fucking time. But they brought this back. I'm buying it. Fucking doing it. Although I don't think I would use it. Because I kind of like the way this looks. Hold on. We gotta check this. How does it actually look if I were to put that on? That's not bad. Huh? But yeah, the armor itself, again, with the eyes on the chest piece, we wanted a multi-eyed helmet. And since the multi-eyed helmet and the whole chest piece kind of looked like bug slash alien, we went with alien style armor, spikes coming off the cloak helmet. Yeah, put a lot of thought into this, man. Fashion is what it's all about. What's up, Kayak? Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. You like the one with more eyeballs? I have to say, with this specific look, I think the one with more eyeballs fits better, color-wise and material-wise. I think I have two versions of this build. I've got one with the white and one with the sword, where it's dark, but I don't think it's on here. We have the stasis one. This is my favorite outfit by far. When you go stasis, your character is darker. See the background? Like, look at the background. See how it gets all bright? So this is light, right? But if I go stasis, see how the background kind of gets a little bit darker? And then it used to be even darker. I think it's kind of more bright these days. But it really hides the face. You see how the mask, you can't really see the mask. So, and this is Cade's cloak, and Cade 6 is back now, but you know, you'll see when we finish the final mission what happens to Cade. But everybody loves Cade, and it's one of the best cloaks in the game, in my opinion. And this outfit works really well with the design of Stompies, which is our exotic here, our movement exotic. And we have a few different styles of Stompies, but none of them are actually that good. Especially because, like, this one here, it matches the armor, but then it adds blue to the fabric, and I don't want blue. So the original Stompies, even though it has the teal here, everything else matches really well. You've got the white, the fabric for the boots match the fabric on the stomach here, and the design on the armor, the grid system here, is also duplicated on the armor of this outfit, so it works really well together. Works really well. And again, the Abyssian Gold works good on the faceplate, makes it look almost invisible. Amethyst Veil on the cloak is actually darker than the Metro Shift, but Metro Shift on the rest of the armor gives it that black grid-like look on the armor. But my favorite outfit for sure, by far. Then we did like an Assassin's Creed looking, and I really do mean Assassin's Creed, because this helmet is actually like Assassin's Creed. The armor, not the chest piece. The chest piece is the 6 Coyote, but it looks, you know, it looks like armor in a way. So I tried to match it with the Assassin's Creed stuff. Looked very armor-ish too. And we have the chainmail look going on. And so that's kind of what we went with. And I thought it looked pretty good. You get green on the chest piece, so we got green on the eyes, a little bit of green on the cloak. Most of everything worked with the iron countershade, but the helmet itself looked way better with the venomous. So yeah, there's lots of different looks and stuff you can go for. I think fashion is the true end game. Very, very fun. What else do we got? We showed you the bug, we showed you that. Oh, this one's kind of cool. This is another stasis setup. But this one I made to look like a regular character. Like, actually a regular character. Oh, except for the cloak is not supposed to be that. Wait, what the fuck? Why is the cloak like that? Oh, because it can't be found. What do we do with the cloak here? I think we use the 60th anniversary cloak. Which, this one here. Yep. And then, color-wise, what would the color be? Let's take a look. I might have actually put it in Discord. We have to fix it. Oh, we didn't use that. There's a completely different one that we used. It was the, one of the old-ass ones, where it's just a hood. It's not going to be locked, it's going to be unlocked. There it is. There it is. And then what do we use for the, Precursor Vex is what we want for the cloak. Precursor Vex. I don't know where that is though. Actually, that doesn't look too bad, but that's not what we want. Precursor Vex. Right here? No? Oh, shiny. Okay, what? I hate this so much. Alright, it's gold on top, black and white on the side and bottom. Gold, white, black. Gold, white, black. Oh, it's right here. There we go. That's probably it right there. We look like we belong in the snow. I like it. Very cool. That makes me wonder though. Well, that's the idea, is, so this exotic is called the Frosties. Now, Frosties, when running, or when dodging, I don't know, well, let's take a look. Sprinting gives energy, dodging speeds up the sprint. So you dodge, and then you can sprint faster. Sprinting gives you energy to all your abilities, and so this build is like built around constantly running to get your energy back. And the exotic themselves look like this, which is like a very kind of like, it's got this tube, and the tube kind of glows like frosty. Except for we're using a shader that doesn't glow very frosty, but they released these. And it took away the tubes, and it made them look like ice climbing boots. Which I thought was pretty fucking cool, and I was like, wait, that actually works better for the design that I wanted to go for this build. So now that that's happened, we were able to implement this into the snow look and double down on the idea of being somebody in the snow. So I think it looks pretty fucking cool, if I don't say so myself. This one here is probably just the same black getup. Yeah. This one here. This is for farming. But this is the outfit that I use for farming. It uses the boots that grant deadfall more. It grants super energy when using your super. So we use that because you have to spam your super. I thought it looked okay. It was just something I kind of threw together. Not that bad. What else do we got? Iron Banner. This is a Iron Banner get up using the Frosty... Oh, the Stompies, actually. Stompies. So, the idea with the Iron Banner is... During the Iron Banner, you get bonuses for using Iron Banner armor, right? And you have to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 5 pieces of Iron Banner gear will get you max bonus for armor. But if you do that, you can't wear an exotic. So what you can do is you can actually have an actual piece of Iron Banner gear. But if you see here, I've got Dreambane, and Eidolon, right? So none of these are Iron Banner. So I can only make them cosmetically Iron Banner. So if you look at each of these, right? Each of these is actually cosmetic as Iron Forerunner, Iron Forerunner, Iron Forerunner. So that's 3 points right there. So I could make this cosmetically Iron Banner, which I did, Mantle of Aphrodite, and that gives me 4 points. But now I can't get a 5th because I don't have a regular legendary here, and you can't cosmetic exotics to be Forerunner. Or, sorry, Iron... I said Forerunner, but I meant Iron Banner. So what I did was I got a Iron Banner cloak, and then I cosmeticed it as a second Iron Banner cloak. So this item actually counts as 2 points for the armor, which is kind of weird and confusing, but this is what it typically looks like, which is ugly as fuck. So I'm okay getting rid of that and making it look like an older Iron Banner cloak. That just, I think, fits the build better. It just looks better. So this gives you maximum points for reputation gain for Iron Banner, and then allows me to play PvP using Stompies, which are arguably the best exotic for hunters in the game. And yeah, I'm all blacked out. So when Iron Banner is active, this chest piece is on fire. The wolves, that emblem on the front, is actually on fire. So it looks a lot cooler when Iron Banner is active. But I still think it looks pretty good. I like all the dark shit. All the dark shit. Looks fucking fantastic. And then that was it. That's all of it. That's all my shit. There, I showed you guys all my shit. Now all my weapons are probably swapped up to weird orders, but that's alright. It's 9 o'clock already? Yeah, look at all these weapons that aren't supposed to be... Wait, what? Perpetual motion, 1 for all. Yikes. Now my armor's out of place. But yes. Got a lot going on, huh? If you think that's a lot of builds, by the way, that's what? That's 10 different builds. Check this out. Before Destiny had build manager, like loadouts in the game, before they did all that, you would go in here and make loadouts. So these are all the different loadouts that I've created on this, where I could equip them. So we got a lot more. A lot more. And that's just one character. Like if I click on here, you can see all these different ones. None of these are current. Like all of these have something wrong. So if I look in them, like there's missing armor that I no longer have that I've deleted, missing guns that I've changed or deleted, perks that are depreciated, they're no longer in the game because they kept changing the perk system. So like I would have to go through an update. I would have to update this one too, which is the Gerfalcon build that I'm using right now. So this needs to be updated because I think I did update it actually. Yeah, I did. So there's a few builds that I did update, mainly on the Titan because I was playing Titan the most. But you can see like the Frosty Stasis doesn't have the artifact mods and it's missing a bunch of mods for the armor. Yeah, so it was using Precursor Vex with the Refugee. So you can see like it keeps track of all the stuff that you did in the past, your subclass, all the different stuff you're using. There's no weapons on this for some reason. But yeah, you can take a look at like all your old. This is where I used to keep all my builds. So I've got a bunch for the Titan as well. A lot of these need to be updated. But some of them are not really worth updating because like Burn to Ash uses Ashen Wave gloves and they're really not that good. And the One Punch build I don't think works anymore. It might work, but they keep changing things. But this uses like stasis and a shotgun that has a punch perk. And then I can pretty much like I do like 30,000 or 300 and something thousand punch damage. It's pretty awesome. You could one-shot a boss. It's kind of funny. But yeah, there's a bunch of different builds that I've done. Warlock has a bunch of different builds. So if I get into the game more, like I made these ones here. I updated all these for Titan. So the Strand Berserker, the Storm Chaser, the main loadout, the Finisher build, the Raid Thunder build, and the Laurelise build I updated and made sure that they were all good. So I haven't done that for the Hunter yet, except for the one volatile build. So I need to go through and like update the Can You See Me build, because that one's pretty fun. The Assassin's Fist build is pretty good, so I'll probably update that as well. But I need to go through and like figure out what builds I actually want to update. And same thing with the Warlock, is right now I'm not even using like the main build, which is the Starfire Fusion build. This one's really strong because it's pretty much infinite grenades. We've been using the Strand hang-up build. And we haven't updated it on Dim, but we've got all that shit equipped. Actually, I need to go through and look at... I'm not even sure what armor perks I was using. I was just using the build with whatever it has. But yeah. This is how you manage all your shit, by the way. DIM. It's called Destiny Item Manager. Very, 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 very useful tool if you're playing Destiny. Does it look like Saitama? No, it looks like an alien. Like, I could show you, I guess. Hold on. Let me just make sure I've... We need to do this Destined Hero shit. Sorry. But yeah, let's change characters here. I can show you. It's on the Titan. See, I think the Warlock looks pretty fucking cool. I do not have new subclasses unlocked. Fuck off. The build is not on this screen. So I'm gonna have to... So when you do this on Dim, by the way... So you wanted to see the One Punch build. It's not gonna work though. Like, it's not gonna equip a lot of things. But if I just click on this, click on One Punch, it will start throwing all of this shit on my character. And you can see it loading right here, like this is everything that's loading. So it's applying all this stuff, and you can see my character's armor changing as it happens live. Oops, not what I wanted. Stop it. So this is all doing its thing. So it's telling you that Bungie's slow right now, and it will give you red stuff and say like these things have not been applied. But if we look at the One Punch, we can see right here Lightning Mark and Techno Fusion. So just in case, if you're wondering if it's actually put everything on, you can go here. See, it's got the Lightkin mark with the Techno Fusion. So this is how it looks. The reason we went for this look is, again, you're like, well, it's a One Punch build. Shouldn't it look like Saitama? You don't get to make your shit look like however the fuck you want. Right? Worm God's Caress is a very interesting looking armor. It doesn't have any ornaments at all. There's no ornaments. If we go look at the item right now, the only thing I can do is add a shader. So I'm working with this armor piece, right? And so how do you make this armor piece look normal? Like, let's just look at regular armor, right? Let's look at my regular armor, right? Does that match? It doesn't match, right? Like, how do you make those arms look like they fit your armor type, right? And so this combination was the best combination I could find. I gave myself the big, like, see how the big shoulders match the helmet with the wings and whatnot? And then the chest piece is very alien with the green that matches the green on here. And then we gave ourselves, since we have fur on the chest piece, we found a fur mark. And then we made the boots to match. We got some blades on the boots. Blades match whatever all this shit is. So yeah, that's how I ended up coming up with this, and it's very alien looking. But it was designed to One Punch people using a combination. So you would hit them with the stasis, and then you would hit them with the 1-2 punch. Hitting an enemy with every pellet in the shot increases melee damage for a short duration. Melee kills increase melee damage. Defeating a target with melee or a finisher grants escalating melee damage, which decays over time. Higher levels of Burning Fist grant increased weapon damage. So what you do is you punch a handful of like minor mobs. And then you have, let's see, what else here? Taking melee damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage. So you get punched, and that makes you do more damage too. Critically wounding a target or breaking their shield infuses your melee attack with arc energy and increases your melee range and damage for a short time. So that is also happening. So and then we've got the Thunderclap melee, which does a fuck ton of damage as it is. And so you just punch a bunch of enemies, killing them, and then you use your Thunderclap on somebody and or just punch regularly, and you're stacking all the different melee damages. And when you set it all up perfectly, and then you hit... We had something where... I think it was an artifact mod. We had an artifact mod that made it so that you did more damage against... Yeah, light damage increased to enemies affected by stasis. It's not an artifact mod anymore, but it was during the season I did this. So I would hit them with stasis, they would get chilled, and then I would hit them with the shotgun. The 1-2 punch would give me more melee damage. So hitting an enemy with every pellet and a shot increases melee damage, right? We would kill a handful of enemies prior. So we would get the melee increase for the Worm Gods, we'd get the melee increase for Striker, and then hit them with these, and we'd punch... I have a video of it too, where I punched a dude for like 350,000 damage, and it was a one-shot to the event boss and just popped his head like a fucking balloon. So it took a little bit to set up, but very, 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 very powerful. Very fun. But not something you can take into any content. Not a build that can be used like all around. And not a very team-friendly build either, because if people are killing the things that you're trying to melee, it ruins your whole setup. But super fun at the time. Super fun. Alright. Well, now we gotta clean up, because we brought all that crap onto this character that we don't actually need. We don't need this. I'm gonna blame this all on Janie, because she wanted to see all this. Now we have all this extra crap. It's all Janie's fault. We still don't have our class item on this character. How funny. Not to mention our hunter is not fully set up either. If I read my chat, I read my damn chat. I don't know what the f you're talking about. So this setup here, I don't have to change any of this because none of this goes away. But this is like a shackle grenade, right? If I throw it, it suspends targets, creating additional suspension projectiles. But here, R1, press and hold to consume your shackle grenade and activate Weaver's Trance, right? Final blows while Weaver's Trance is active creates a suspending detonation. So this is how you detonate with just any final blow. I don't know what the duration is. So we use that because we're relying on Weaver's trance on this build. This one here, activate your class ability to weave 3 threadlings and deploy any threadlings you have purged. Defeating targets by strand damage will have a chance to generate them as well. So we consume our grenade. Defeating suspended targets grants class ability, so we're suspending everything. Everything should be suspended when they die. Picking up Orb of Power grants Woven Mail. Dealing damage, period, gives grenade energy, so we're getting our grenades back quickly. Suspended, unravel, and severed effects apply to targets have increased duration, so we have increased duration on suspension, right? And we're utilizing this to suspend targets. So that's kind of like the gimmick, right? Is we're stringing people up. Now, what we're doing with that is we're stringing them up, and then we're doing poison damage with the Osteostriga, right? So Toxic Overload. What this does with Toxic Overload is landing a final blow or multiple precision hits triggers a burst that poisons nearby targets. Now this is spreading targets to anyone who's stranded, right? Because anything within the explosion range of the strand will be within range of the Toxic Overload, so everything's becoming toxic. This also is a projectile thing that tracks, so the projectiles will track to your enemies. Poison final blows return ammo to the magazine as well, so the more you're killing with poison, the more you don't reload. So suspension and poison AoEs. On top of that, we have an exotic here called Necrotic Grips. Now this is a very interesting exotic because damaging a target with melee poisons them, dealing damage, increasing damage over time. Oh no, dealing increasing damage over time. Defeating a poison target spreads the condition. So here's the interesting thing. Necrotic Grips require melee, but they still... defeating a poison target spreads their condition, works with the Osteostriga. So doing damage, creating AoE damage explosions, will spread Grasp of the Devourer without you using melees, which is freaking awesome. So it's like double dipping. Even though this says to use a melee, you don't have to. Now that I'm looking at this, I realize that all of my perks are not actually working. So I have to set them back up. Now, that could be a reason why my build wasn't working so good. Causing damage with powered melee attacks reduces your grenade cooldown. Right? So we weren't getting that benefit, unfortunately. But we will be now. We got double kinetic siphons with heavy ammo finder. Now we could probably get rid of heavy ammo finder and go for... because we're just using rockets. So we could do something like Dynamo, reduce super cooldown when using your class ability near targets. We can do gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. We're not doing grenade kills, so that wouldn't really be worth it. We got super final blows, create extra orbs of power for your allies. Gain super energy on melee kills. We could be doing that. So there's a handful of things we could do, but I'm not really too concerned. We're already doing double kinetic siphons, so killing with our kinetic weapon will allow us... Oh, but you know what? It's Strand now, isn't it? Things have changed. Things have changed. This is no longer considered kinetic, or is it? Oh no, this is kinetic. It's not Strand. Yeah, sweet. So that works out. I don't have to switch that. Our chess piece used Void Reservoir. We're not using Void Reservoir, so we'll use Harmonic Resistance. We have Font of Endurance, which is going to boost our resilience up by 30 when we pick up an Orb of Power, which is not very good because we're at 60, which means we're only getting 90 resilience. Are we missing a mod here? We need to fix this build. We need to fix this build. We got Kinetic Weapon Surge, so we're doing extra damage. Replenish health each time you pick up an Orb of Power. That's not bad. Double Bombers, every time you use your class ability, you gain Grenade Energy and Time Dilation to increase Armor Decay. So instead of 10-second decay, they're 15-second decay, which is not bad. Yeah, I think we need to farm more armor for him. Oh, that's not a bad piece. That's a bad piece. Yeah, we need to farm armor for our Warlock. So that's probably why. Our Necrotic Grip rolls are what? Yeah, it's not the best, but not the worst. Not to mention this is the only overload. Dude, there's fucking 1, 2, 3 piercing, 2 unstoppables, only 1 overload, and then they give us fucking swords over here. Sword overload, really? Sword and fucking hand cannon, those are the only options? Not a fan. The energy cost of elemental charge mods are significantly discounted. What does that mean though? We're gonna do that. We're not doing stasis. We're not using strand weapons though. We'll do that. We can do the solar stuff. probably do. I don't know. We could go stasis too, because stasis builds on warlocks are pretty good.
If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out.
Yeah, I'm getting tired. It's ugly. Wait, they reset the store? Is it every Tuesday they reset? Shaders. Well, isn't that adorable? That makes me wonder. What is... Oh, there's a shader I don't have. I'm adorable. I'm gonna end stream soon. We got the fight done. That's all I wanted to do tonight. I have no energy. I really like this spaceship. It looks good from behind. Not where I wanted to go.
The loom awaits. Welcome back.
What is this?
It's yours.
I'll take one of those.
The Black Armory thanks you.
Anything you need?
Shut up. I never bought all this shit. Are you kidding me? What? Okay.
Yes, of course. May you find what you seek. Excuse me.
Oh, excuse you.
Your return honors me, Guardian.
Oh, I'm so happy to see. Let's see. Oh yes, this is exactly what I was thinking.
I guess we could do stasis. I don't want to keep doing strand though.
I love it. It's just right. Lovely. Lovely. I love it. Nice.
Alright. Alright, fuck. I need to get some sleep. I'm fucking tired. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? And I woke up really early today. I clocked in at 5:20, so I think we woke up at like 3:30. So I'm gonna get some sleep. Love and appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm just gonna end. Well, we're cleaning up, right? We finished the main storyline. We'll do the last mission and get this character kind of up to date. We still have some stuff to do on Titan. Warlock is not even really... I mean, we started the first couple missions, but we need to do a lot more with Warlock. I mean, for fuck's sakes, we didn't even have his build set together. So, the Warlock, though, we're going to touch last, because I want to kind of get, like, Titan and Hunter, we could do Pinnacle gear. And then Warlock can just... I guess, now that we're at 1990... we could probably just do Warlock too, because Warlock will get to 1990 very fast. And once everybody's at 1990, it's Pinnacles from there on out. So we'll only be doing Pinnacle rotation stuff. But I also want to do the event, so we'll be playing on our Titan and running the Solstice event. I think this weekend is the last weekend. So I want to try to get the achievements done. I did not mean to log in. But I want to try to get the achievements done. And then... yeah, we'll have that out of the way. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow, yeah? Bye, Janie.